Welcome back to yet another video in our series where we are looking at the top 10 games in the world's biggest T20 league. Brave? Silly? Call it what you will, but it's fun. And I'm partnering with Big Basket, 10 minute ka naya naam. Just like the T20 game moves fast, so does Big Basket, bringing you everything you need from farm fresh vegetables to electronics to apparel and more in just 10 minutes. Remember, this series is not in any particular order. It's not a countdown. It's merely a list of personal favorites. Today's game wasn't a final, not even a playoff, but what it produced in terms of entertainment, that itself was enough for it to make it to the list of the top 10 Indian T20 league matches. And then there was an innings there, a small one in comparison to so many hundreds that have been scored, but one that's easily one of the most memorable of knocks in the league. So here we go. 2010, Punjab up against Chennai. It's been 18 years of the Indian T20 League and 18 years of us witnessing Mahendra Singh Dhoni creating magic in yellow. What a ride it's been. And that long association, especially for a captain as successful as MS, means a lot of memorable moments along the way. Of course, 5 of them have to be him holding the trophy. But there is one special MSD moment, a bit of a personal favorite of mine, that took place even before he held his first trophy in the league. It's from a match that for me sits right in my list of the top 10 Indian T20 league encounters. It was game number 54 of the 2010 edition, played between Punjab and Chennai. Now, it's a Chennai side that had no trophy to show yet in their trophy cabinet. A Chennai side that's running out of time to make it to the last 4. But then, MS steps up and how? The HPCA Stadium in Dharamshala is easily one of cricket's prettiest sights. But if you're from a team representing Chennai, it's also the stadium that's as far from home as it can get. Pitch is fastish, not low and slow as Chepauk could be. The temperature is a bit kinder but unfamiliar for those from down south. And of course, not a lot of yellow in the stands. And when Chennai landed there in 2010, there was massive pressure on the shoulders of one man, Mahendra Singh Dhoni. You see, after winning the 2007 World T20, he hadn't been able to add another big trophy to his name. He came close in the first season of the league, but the wily Shane Warne snuck it from under his nose in the final. In 2009 in South Africa, it was Bangalore that surged ahead after their semi-final clash. And now in Dharamshala, in their last group stage match, Chennai was staring at an early exit. It wasn't going to make pretty reading on the graph. Now, having already assured themselves of a last place finish, Punjab batted like a team would when they have nothing to lose. They piled on 192. Sean Marsh, as he so often did in the early days of this league, played a really classy innings of 88. Then Irfan Pathan chipped in with a quick-fire 44. Now remember, this is 2010. 190 is a daunting total to chase down even now. The ask looked even tougher when Chennai lost its usually reliable openers, Matthew Hayden and Murli Vijay, in the first 4 overs. But the thing about Chennai is that it's always so stacked with one reliable batter after another that they're seldom out of the game despite early wickets. That day too, Suresh Raina and Subramaniam Badrinath stepped up to bring the chase back on track and keep Chennai in with a chance. Badrinath, Chennai's umbrella man, could barely walk the previous day, but he knew the importance of this match and not only played the game, but played out of his skin to make a crucial 53. But truth be told, a win still looked far, far away when MS Dhoni had to walk in with more than 100 required from the last 10. The pressure kept mounting with every dot delivery, and there were a lot of them, by the way. And when Badrinath got out in the 17th over to Piyush Chawla with more than 44 required from the last 3, it looked like a bridge too far. But that's when MS Dhoni decided to take charge. The equation came down to 16 from 6, with Irfan Pathan at the start of his run-up to bowl the final over. I might have told this story before. I remember walking down the commentary box across the boundary rope around that time to get ready for one of the post-match interviews. And just when I was there, I heard this thwack, a loud sound that told me a shot had come out of the middle of the bat. And as I looked up, I saw this white object disappearing into the night sky, out of the stadium into the valley. Just when his team required him the most, MS had activated his finisher mode and took just 4 balls to get the 16 that Chennai needed to make it to the knockouts. After the 6 that won them the match, some of you might remember, there was a rare display of emotion from the man we all called Captain Cool. A long and hard look at the ball soaring into the skies was followed by a punch to himself that just told you how much the knock meant to him and how much he wanted to give his team a chance to win the trophy. The result was important that day, but just as important for what followed. A few days later, they lifted the trophy for the first time, then went on to win the Champions League T20 a few months later. In 2011, when the league happened just after the World Cup, Chennai won that too. And that meant 4 trophies for MS in a span of just 16 months. So, far away from those hallowed grounds in Chepauk, in the climes of the Himalayas, began the empire of the Super Kings, where the king burnt bright in yellow. And that's why this match finds a place in the Indian T20 League's top 10.
So thank you for watching and do subscribe to this channel.